Hey guys, CryptoDad here again, and today I'm going to be going over the new features in MetaMask, so let's get started. So MetaMask is a Web3 based cryptocurrency wallet that you can use to manage your cryptocurrencies. It's been around for a long time and is one of the more popular Web3 wallets. They've added some new features, so I wanted to go over those with you guys. The first one is the buy feature, which has been around for a bit, but I haven't covered it in any of my videos. And then one of the newer ones is the sell option, which has been recently introduced. Now, I've done quite a few videos on using MetaMask, and I have a great MetaMask setup video. I'll put a link to that up in the corner there and down in the description. So if you're just getting started, you can use that video to give you a complete walkthrough of getting MetaMask set up. Now, in the past, MetaMask was simply a non-custodial wallet. That's pretty much all it did. It has been possible to connect to DEXs for quite a while where you can trade cryptocurrency, but you always basically had to fund the wallet on your own from an outside source. Now, MetaMask allows you to do those things within the interface, right? Keep in mind that this functionality does rely on third parties, third-party payment processors, your bank, and all those sort of things are basically just going to be connected to from within MetaMask. So you're not really buying from MetaMask or selling to MetaMask. You're basically just setting up third parties that will allow you to do all this functionality within the MetaMask interface, which is kind of cool. Notice they've got several different methods for funding purchases and several third-party payment providers. So I'm in the US, I'll probably stick with PayPal or Coinbase Pay, or maybe this Transact, but let's see what happens. Now, if you've already got your MetaMask running and you want to access these features, they'll be accessed in the portfolio section. So you can access them here, and if you're using the browser extension up in the corner, you'll click here, same thing, it'll take you to the same page. We just click on portfolio. This takes us over here to the dashboard for the portfolio. You can see the total value of all the crypto you have stored in your wallet. Now let's check out that buy feature. So it's at the top here. We'll hit buy. We'll go ahead and get started. And you'll tell it what country you're in. And you'll also need to choose your state because the functionality varies by state depending on that particular state's laws, the way they're set up. So I'll see if my state is in here. Luckily it is. And so you have several options here that you can use for your buy. So I'll go ahead and do a buy using PayPal. When we use PayPal, the only choice is Ethereum. And Ethereum fees are rather high, but I'll go ahead and bite the bullet so I can take you through the entire process here. So we'll choose buy with PayPal. We'll get ourselves logged into our PayPal account. All right, we'll get here. They're going to do a security check. Okay, it was pretty easy to make PayPal happy. All right, it takes me back to this again. And now I get to choose where I would like this to come from. So as you can see here, it could come right out of my bank account using PayPal because my bank account is connected, but I can also choose my PayPal balance, right? So you have all of these choices using PayPal. So if you wanted to use your bank account, if you had your bank account directly connected to PayPal, then you could do it that way. Probably the easiest way to do the ACH. I'll just choose my PayPal balance. All right, there's the fee, not too bad. We'll hit buy and send now. And this amount should be going directly into my wallet using MetaMask. Right, and that takes me back to the MetaMask buy page. All right, and then it gave me an update that says that the purchase was successful. We can go back to the dashboard and see that there's more Ethereum total. We can also check MetaMask and just see that there's more Ethereum in the wallet here. We can also look at activity and see that I've received some Ethereum into the wallet. So we managed to do that one successfully. I failed using one of the third-party payment providers when it came time to scan my ID and take a selfie. That was unsuccessful. I've had problems with those in the past, but I was able to use the buy feature in conjunction with my PayPal account, and that worked out okay. So a lot of you might say, I would never provide my social security number, I would never provide my ID. All of that stuff is kind of antithetical to what crypto is all about. But the reality is that in order to buy crypto in 2023, you're going to need to provide a lot of personal information. All of these services and pay processors require a lot of verification because of scammers and hackers and fraudsters, right? So in order to buy crypto these days, you need to provide a lot of personal information. And with these third-party payment processors within MetaMask, you're going to have to provide additional, like Sardine needed not only for me to connect my bank account using Plaid, they were also requiring me to scan my ID and take a selfie. And as I mentioned, that kind of failed. But PayPal worked okay. I didn't see Coinbase Pay, maybe because the amount that I was buying was low. That's a possibility. Let's do that sell side and see if we can get that to work. So on the sell side, we have a balance in our wallet, which we would like to cash out directly to our bank account. Basically, when we're in the dashboard, we can go down here to sell. And the only ways to do the sell are the MoonPay and PayPal. All right, so on the sell side, as I mentioned, you only have Ethereum option for selling, and you have to use ACH, right? And the only two options, at least for this amount, are MoonPay and PayPal. So I'll give the MoonPay a shot. Maybe we can get through the process this time. Now, I set up my debit card a long time in MoonPay, and that might work just fine. But there might be higher fees when using my debit card. So I'd like to see if I can get it connected directly to my bank account. Let's see if that works. And of course, it's going to take a couple of days to actually get into my bank. That's another consideration you have to deal with. All right, I'm going to need my SOCH. It's going to have me log in using Plaid. Plaid seems to be a common denominator here. Okay, we'll just do checking. Go ahead and connect. And let's see what MoonPay is going to need. Yeah, so, I mean, personally, this seems to be enough. They're still going to need this ID verification. So let's see if we can get through this one. All right. I'll go ahead and try the phone again, because I mentioned trying to use the webcam for this. I've never really had any luck with that. All right, so I'll open up the camera, get up here and log in. This looks like another one of these guys. I'll use my driver's license. Here we go. I have to allow camera access. Now, there could have been a problem with the light that I'm dealing with. So I'm going to try and hold my card a little more level this time so that the light hits it better. And I have to actually take the photo. So I have to very carefully line it up and tap. I'm going to try it one more time. Wasn't real happy with that. Let's try to make sure that I'm in there properly. Okay, I guess it looked okay when I took it. They're going to want the back, of course. Okay, it wants me to scan the barcode. Oh, that seemed to work okay. All right, now they want another selfie. Let's see if I can get through this one. Okay, so it looks like I'm going to need to turn my head left to right. So I'm going to try that. Nope, didn't. Not again. I'm going to move the mic a little bit here. All right, so actually I didn't realize what was happening the first time. It wasn't a video. It asked me to turn to the right. It asked me to turn to the left, take a picture, turn to the right and take a picture, and then in the front. So let's see if that worked. Ah, okay. Seemed like I pulled that one off. That was lucky. Okay, so now we're going to sell, and it should go directly out to my Chase account. So let's see if that happens. We'll hit sell now. All right, and now we'll hit send with MetaMask, right? We're sending from the wallet. Unfortunately, there's another component that I have, is that account is connected with a ledger. So I'm going to make sure that I'm got my ledger connected and I'm in the Ethereum app. All right, so I've got my device connected and I'm in the Ethereum app. So hopefully this will work. Let's see what happens. We'll do send with MetaMask. All right, there it is. Sending my ETH to MoonPay. MetaMask comes up. It asks me to confirm. This is like a normal send, right? And notice it comes up on my device, right? I'm going to have to review that. There's the amount, there's the address, and click accept and send. Okay, the device confirmation is over. Let's see if that works out. MoonPay says they received the money. That's good. Now they should be forwarding it off to my bank. Well, let's see if that works. At least we made it from the wallet to MoonPay. Now that MoonPay has received my crypto, they're going to go ahead and process that out and send the proceeds directly to my bank. So let's wait for confirmation on that. Looks like it worked. I'm not sure if I'm going to get an email or something like that. All right, so I do have some emails here. I've got the complete verification, the identity verified email through MoonPay. I've got the email verification of my transfer. And then I also have the verification that the money is on its way to my bank account. It's pretty cool. So, and as I mentioned, it might take a few days for it to get to show up in my bank balance. That's fairly standard. But it looked like it worked out pretty well using MoonPay as a sell method. So I would think that the PayPal sell method would be very similar to the PayPal buy method. At one point, I would connect my PayPal account and then go through the send, very similar to what I did with MoonPay. And notice, of course, there were some fees involved in this process. So that's it. We did the buy and the sell. I did have one failure when trying to verify my ID, but that's all part of the process. You might fail one and maybe be successful in another. You might have to try a couple of times. You may have to actually contact their tech support department and deal with someone over the phone. But once you've got everything set up, the first time, your additional transaction should be pretty smooth, right? So just keep in mind, you're going to need to provide a lot of personal information to get these services set up, and you are going to be dealing with fees that you'll want to be aware of. Take those into account when you decide whether you want to use this type of service or not. But it is a pretty convenient way to buy and sell from outside sources directly within the MetaMask interface. And it does seem to work pretty well. It's just dealing with these third parties that can be a little tricky. So if you have any questions about anything I did, please throw them up in the comments and I'll do my best to get them answered. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you'd like to subscribe to my channel, I would appreciate it. When you subscribe, there's a little bell that you can click that will allow you to be alerted whenever I post new content. Once again, thanks for joining me and hope to see you again soon.